So guys, we're out here at AAPEX 2023 and we are at AP Emissions Technology. You guys have been asking me over and over again about P0420 on Subarus and a replacement catalytic converter. That's not going to cost you a ton of money and where you don't have to go straight to the dealership. You can get it in an aftermarket configuration and one that is made in the USA. We're here with Clint Cooper from AP Emissions and he's going to tell you a little bit more about their catalytic converters for Subarus.
Terrific. Nice to see you, Robert. Thanks for coming by the booth today. So talking here about our AP Emissions catalytic converter. This is for Subarus. We've got this one here for a 2011 through 2016 Subaru Forester 2.0, 2.5. This is basically just a copy of the OE design. So you can see the collector here is going to match the OE spec. Difference here is that we're going to have the locations to attach the OE heat shield, but the major important thing here is the catalyst that's inside this catalytic converter. We're the only manufacturer in the industry that makes this catalyst ourselves. We're able to engineer this specific catalyst for every year, make, model, gross vehicle weight, and engine family that it's cataloged for. So in this specific case, the Subaru, we understand what Subaru engines do. We understand sometimes how dirty they are. We've seen the head gasket issues in the past. So we've designed a catalyst here that we are sure is going to keep the check engine light off. The federally mandated warranty is a 25,000 mile warranty. This is a 50,000 mile warranty on the emissions, so that's the confidence we have in the durability of this part and its ability to keep that check engine light off. So when you get this part, you're going to look out there, available from any local distributor, also available online at a reasonable cost. It should fit the car. These are going to fit up perfectly. It's going to hold the pressure, absolutely terrific. And most important part, it is going to keep that check engine light off.
And where are your catalytic converters manufactured?
Sure, we're manufactured in the United States. The catalyst is manufactured in the United States as well. We've got 3 manufacturing locations. We are in Hobart, Indiana. We are in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. And the main facility is in Goldsboro, North Carolina. And that's where we make our product.
Which isn't that far away from me. Y'all guys know I'm in South Carolina. They're just up the road in North Carolina. So nice having something local, something made in the USA. And another option for you guys where you don't have to rely on the Subaru parts department and pay those high prices to get yourself out of that P0420 and pass your emissions testing. So thank you to Clint, thank you to AP Emissions, and I'll have some more information on these catalytic converters for you guys in a later video. So guys, we are now over at the MITYVAC booth at AAPEX 2023, and we are here with Jeff, who's going to tell us a little bit more about some of the products and some of the stuff we haven't seen on the channel and some of the stuff we already have.
Hi, this is Jeff from MITYVAC. I'm the product manager for this particular segment. The MV7100 has been one of our best sellers, a fantastic piece of equipment for a technician looking to get into either brake bleeding, ATF services, coolant services, things like that. But this equipment is modular. This is what powers it. Compressed air powered, so you can either evacuate fluid or dispense fluid. Multiple different sizes of containers, so 20 liter for larger equipment, coolant, things like that. One of the new pieces we have coming out, this is for gear oil, or it's basically a high flow dispenser. A lot larger tubing, very simple connections. The idea behind this one is you can pick up extra lengths of hose, you can snip these clips, put your own type on, so it's easy to customize for your particular application. And it's easy to repair. And the hose is also designed so if you are evacuating really thick, heavy oil that's hot, that it won't collapse. That's one of the things we've had issues on some of the others. Some of the other new things coming out. We have our pressure brake bleeder kit, which covers 92% of the vehicles on the US market, but with the advent of a lot of the EVs coming out, and Ford has had a number of new chassis with new braking systems come out, we've had new caps for that. Plus, we've needed these for a while. Got your old style Honda, new style Honda, the newer Nissan vehicles with the small master cylinder caps, Ford Mazda, 3 new Fords, plus these 2 actually also fit all the Tesla chassis, so we've got everything covered there. Now, in years past, we had the pump style units. If you have that older pump style unit, you're kind of familiar with this lid. Once again, everything interchanges. So pick up one of these lids or one of the smaller dispenser evacuators, take that lid, put it on your other bottle, and it's an easy way to upgrade.
That's one thing that I liked about it, because I'm coming into the port where I was like, I'm gonna have to buy several of these because now I've got ATF HP for the conventional automatics, we've got CVT Fluid 2, CVT Fluid 3, we've got the high torque version, and you don't want to mix these up, you don't want to cross-contaminate them, so now you can just buy a different jug and move your power head over for those different fluids.
Exactly. One of the other things we're working on is a number of people have had complaints. There's certain fluids that take the plasticizer out of this hose. So, there is a company that makes a yellow fuel hose, and just depress that clip, you're able to pull that right off. Same thing here. Get a 3/8 outside diameter fuel hose from this other company. It's yellow in color. It's highly impervious to most of those fluids. And if you have issues, it's an easy way to upgrade this equipment. Keep an eye online. I actually have a video coming out of us showing how to do that.
Very nice. And I think you got one demonstration for us before we wrap up here.
Yeah, basically, if some folks haven't seen it, they're used to our old units where we could do a vacuum. So now I've got this pushed in, we're set up. We're gonna draw the fluid down. And this all runs off of shop air. Now, we're gonna switch this valve, go the other direction. Now we can do the pressure dispense. Up to 25 PSI pressure. Multiple different controls on there. So now with one unit evacuation or dispense, it'll generate up to 20 inches of vacuum, and it is enough to run an old Trico vacuum wiper motor that you've just rebuilt and you want to try out.
Very nice.
Robert, we sure appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming by today. If you happen to be by AAPEX, please come see us at the booth. Be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. So guys, that was a rundown of MITYVAC here at AAPEX 2023. So guys, again, AAPEX 2023, we were out at the Lisle booth and they are out in full coverage. Got most of their catalog out on display. Now we know we talk about Lisle a lot, and they got a lot of great products that make your life a lot easier, save you time in the bay, and you know, just all around great bang for your buck when it comes to their specialized tools. Here's one of their hot sellers. We haven't gotten our hands on yet on the channel. This is our new electrical disconnect plier. That thing has been selling like hotcakes. They can't keep it in stock. The big boy pocket pry bars we talked about a while back. The heavy duty one with the striking cap on the back. Some of the new flare nut sockets. The wheel bearing hub puller. This one we haven't talked about, but I'm excited about. It is the Radiator Genie. We've got two in the package. We've got one for water, one for air. You've seen me talk about the IPA air comb in the past. I love it for blowing out the radiators in vehicles, and especially on my equipment. On my Bobcat T770, a lot of times after brush cutting or bush hogging the pastures, I get a lot of chaff in the radiator, in the cooling stack, and start to run hot, especially in those hot summer days. The IPA air comb is good for knocking that stuff out, but if there's ever a day where it starts drizzling rain on me, or I don't blow it out immediately, a lot of times that chaff and stuff will solidify and get really stuck in that radiator, and it just doesn't have the power to blow it out. Well, the Air Genie and the Radiator Genie here from Lisle has this patented little tip that forces all the pressure right here to that narrow orifice rather than spread out across the dots like the IPA air comb does, where it'll really blast through those big chunks, get that chaff out of the radiator, out of the cooling stack a lot more efficiently. So really excited to try these out, hopefully get my hands on them sometime soon, and make my life a lot easier when it comes to clearing out my equipment and clearing out radiators, condensers, all that good stuff. So guys, again, AAPEX, we're out at the Sylvania booth, and we are looking at some LEDs. You guys have seen in the Outback project car and the Forester project car that I upgraded the headlights to LED, and I use a Sylvania H11 kit. For you guys that are getting into off-roading with your Subaru, all you wilderness owners, Sylvania is coming out with a full line of lighting accessories, light bars, rock lights, approach and departure lights, side lights for all your off-roading adventures in your Subaru. You can kit them out, put them on. They're super, super bright. They're blinding me right now as I'm walking around. But all you guys into serious off-roading, camping, exploration, mountain climbing, getting out there, day, night, dusk. We're about to have a lot shorter days and longer nights, so having the illumination to get around safely, check out Sylvania. They've got a lot of solutions coming out for vehicles and would be great for your Subarus and off-roading. So guys, out here again, still at the Sylvania booth, and we've got a demonstration. You guys asked about the H11 bulbs. They are right here. These are the ones I put in the Project Outback car and the Project Forester car. And we're here with Dan from Sylvania, who's going to tell us a little bit more about why Sylvania has the better LED product and why it's going to last you much longer and why they stand behind it with their lifetime warranty.
How's it going? So like any good LED or LED retrofit lamp, we use high quality components, and where the real work needs to be done or attention to detail is in the thermal management of an LED lamp or any LED source. If you were to look to improve the performance or maintain performance of any LED type product, you want to maintain a cool operating environment for that LED chip. The sure way to kill any LED chip is let it get hot. And so as an example of thermal management, we've got our LED retrofit H11 source here on a FLIR thermal imaging representation here. So we are live. This is showing our product on the left-hand side. We have the spot target up there, the chipset. This has probably been operating a couple of hours already. It's operating at about 166 degrees Fahrenheit. And on the right-hand side, we have a comparison to a typical lamp you might find on online sales, such as Amazon or what have you. So the peak temperature, you can see the white color on that red zone on the right-hand side. That's showing about 285 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're significantly hotter on that lamp. And we would not expect that to last near as long as any properly engineered LED source, such as the Sylvania. So just one of the key aspects of why Sylvania is the superior solution.
So guys, we're now at the Autel booth for AAPEX, and we are here with Felicio from Autel that's going to tell us a little bit more about the EV Ultra and just more of Autel's product line.
Thank you for visiting the AAPEX here. We're here introducing the new Autel EV. Here we have a hybrid battery. We connect it to the Ultra. It'll tell you step by step. It'll give you an actual wiring diagram. If you want to look at the wiring diagram up there, how to connect it to the EV battery. We connect directly to the EV battery. What this does, it'll allow you to disconnect the battery from the car and go directly to the battery and diagnose the battery. So once we're connected to the battery, we go to battery pack information, and you can see that's the same connectors that we looked up on the wiring diagram. It'll tell you which wire and what pin to use to connect it to. Here it'll show you the 4 modules, module 1, 2, and 3, and 4. There's 4 modules. It'll show you the state of health, total voltage, and current that is in there. You can go to the next step and you can see every cell. What that allows technicians to do to diagnose and see every cell and every thermistor that's in that battery. Here we got a scanner that's actually scanned on topology. So now our cars are supported with topology, where we use topology to diagnose a vehicle. You can use the CAN lines and find out which module is offline instead of replacing parts. We got our J-Box that you can do your flashing with, and our new X-Link. We also have an X-Link now that'll do standalone remote expert. Remote expert, we have a platform of expert that can do your flashing for you if you don't already have an OE subscription. Here we have is an Ultra with the J-Box and a 4-channel lap scope built in right into the Ultra. On our Ultra, you can split the screen. You can run your scope on one half of the screen, and you can run your scanner on the other half. What that does is you can compare the live data coming out of your sensor with what your computer is actually seeing off your car. After that, we got our new CV tool, our latest CV tool. Here's our 908 CV2. It's a full bidirectional control for off-highway, on-highway, and it'll go up from half-ton to Class 9 trucks.
Awesome.
It is awesome. So 909 CV. It's a better tool than the 908, but just more features on it.
That's another one I think customers, viewers have had a question about was the small programmer you've got here.
This is our handheld key programmer. It actually will create our universal keys that we sell, and it'll work for any add-on key as far as blade key, that is an OE replacement, or any push button. So it'll do about 70% of all Asian and domestic cars. It will not do no Euros.
Gotcha.
Some of the Euros, as long as it's OBD2 programmable keys, you can do it that way. Now,
Nice compact unit, right? Everything's built in here. You don't have to have that standalone unit to put your smart key in. You can just put it right here.
this is to, if you're cloning, you can read the chip, you can read your clone off
Right.
your old key,
Right.
or you can actually create a key right on there.
Gotcha.
And that's all for push button start.
Right.
On
All
your-
in one device, and then your OBD2 connection right here.
Exactly.
PCI.
We got Preston right here. Preston's our IM specialist, and he'll run over a little bit about the 508 and our 608.
So here's our 508S. We're looking at our best service tool out here for you body shops and glass people. Go ahead and do your main service features as well as full key programming on the tool. Now when we go here, we're going to head and look at our emo. You'll go here to program any keys. You go ahead and sign your life away, and then select between your American, European, and Asian vehicles. Now if you want to go back and you are working with our universal key, you can go over to our universal key option, select the button. Again, sign your life away always with Autel. And now we are setting up to where you want to go ahead and hit your universal key generation. If you're ever in that pinch, Autel is your solution. Remember that. Now we go to our big boy, which is called our IM608 Plus, 608 Pro 2. And this is for your Europeans. Right now we're looking at our service screen, which you'll have over 30 service features on this tool because it is a full bi-directional scanner. And now you still have the same support between both tools. This is your XP400 Pro. This is your European Wizard. This will allow you to generate your keys as well as do your EEPROM for all of your cars. This is your one-stop solution.
So guys, we're out here at Topdon at the AAPEX show. You know I talk about Topdon all the time. Absolutely love their products and their scan tools. And we're here with Justin from Topdon USA. He's going to tell us a little bit more about some products out here at the show.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming by. We've got a lot of really cool stuff, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview, right? So obviously, Robert, you've done our TC005 thermal imager. This is our TC001, and we have a TC002. This is USB-C. And then one for the Lightning for an iPhone, but makes it super affordable to get into thermal imaging. This will go up to 1,000 degrees. You've got a lot of neat functions on the app, and as you know, like it's such a good diagnostic tool to have in your arsenal. So we wanted to show you that one. Those are about $230. This is the TC003, same concept, but this is a self-contained Android tablet. That is all self-contained. It's got a regular camera and a thermal camera built into it. It's also an open Android platform, so you can add other apps, you can add a boroscope to it, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it because of that functionality. So that is very cool. I'm gonna take you over to this other table. I'll show you our V2200 Plus. So this is obviously a jump pack, but we've taken it a step further. So 2200 peak amps, so you could do about a 6-liter diesel to jump start, very powerful. But the test leads, download an app on your phone, plug the test leads up to a battery, and you can do battery testing, starter and alternator testing through your phone. So just an added feature. Obviously you've got a battery issue if you're using a jump box or starter or alternator issue, so you're able to test it. So that's really cool. And then I'm going to take you right here to this BT600. For all of you guys out there in the field, this does 12 and 24 volt battery starter alternator testing. $145, has an onboard printer. Some of our competitors would charge $1,000 to $1,500. I won't say their names, but $145. This is an amazing shop tool to have. Print out, show your customer, fantastic. And then...
One quick question. We did a video, a short, on the JS3000 the other day where I jump started my fully dead Duramax 6.6 liter, both batteries completely dead, no chime in the key in the ignition, anything. A lot of people asked, about a fully dead battery jump? Is there a safety protocol in this? I saw when I hooked it up, I had to hit the boost button. I'm assuming that is the override for those situations when you know you're going to take the risk and possibly, you know, pull the max amount of power through those cords.
So what I tell everyone is the safety protocols that are in the tool, right? When you hook it up, you better make sure you have it hooked up right, because if you hit the boost button, it bypasses everything and throws all the battery at it. So you will smoke it if you have it backwards.
Right.
So yeah. So that is how you do a completely dead battery. And I've done it, and it works. It's fantastic.
Right.
Man, we've got EV chargers. We've got all kinds of stuff. I mean, this is our 30 amp power supply for when you're doing diagnostic work, and our 90 amp power supply. So these are also smart chargers, but really what we're using them for is stable power supply while programming, to make sure that you've got that consistent voltage. So yeah, that's about it, man, and we really appreciate you swinging by. And if you have any questions, you can follow us on social media. We're everywhere, or topdon.us.
Alrighty, thank you, Justin.
Thanks, man, appreciate you.